I was fucking your morning off, that's all. Because I was late.
Why are you talking, dude?
Shut up. Because they don't care. They don't care that I'm late. That's not content.
Yes, it is. It's all content.
We live? We on?
Yeah, we're.
Can I talk now?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't shut the fuck up.
I fucking hate that, man. You come in and you start babbling. I'm like, you're fucking ruining.
I'm babbling
you're
because I
ruining
was
it.
late. I was late. You said 9 and 10.
Between 9 and 10, yeah.
I had a blowout on the expressway on one of my trailers yesterday.
All right, don't make excuses.
No, I did. So that fucked. Oh, that fucked my morning off. So what I was supposed to do last night, I did 7 a.m. this morning, but didn't get back. So
right.
Did you send your boy flowers?
No, but I'm calling him Brianna now. I just got into a tirade with him.
Did you?
Yeah, I was trying to poke him as hard as possible. I told him.
You think he watches this? He has to.
Probably. He's obsessed.
The fuck out of him.
I try to get as indignant as possible to fucking. I get up right up to the line just to see how far I can get, how mad I can get him. He's easy to push, and he goes crazy. I told him recently. This morning. There's like 55 fucking comments.
Oh my God.
This morning. Well, I was trying to get my juices flowing for this. So I got into an argument with him, and I just started telling him he argues like a female. Why are you switching topics like a female? And then I told him I was going to start calling him Brianna. How you been, man? You haven't been on in a while.
Good, man.
Been a while.
Long time.
Yeah.
I mean, we had game night.
That was
you
fun.
and Eddie were here, and then the old lady came down and busted up your show. I don't know if you showed that or not.
Yeah, no, I've been. It's been on hold because Eddie had to finalize his divorce and kick her. Well, not final. Yeah, kick her pretty much out of his house before he can start talking shit.
Right.
And I had it all edited and shit, edited down, and then I went up there. I accidentally filed it under a temporary file, and it erased. So I still have a backup video. I don't erase the backup video. Videos for future incriminating evidence. I keep it filed. I'm like the CIA. Whenever a president comes in, we got all this shit on you. Don't do what we say, or we're gonna fucking over-release it. We know you fucked Marilyn Monroe.
Exactly.
So do what us could fucking invade Cuba, or we're gonna release it.
What the fuck is this? Just like sugar. What is this like?
It's stevia. It's a sugar substitute.
So this shit is gonna kill me.
It's a sugar substitute that's not gonna kill you. It's from a plant. It's not fucking
saccharin.
Chemically.
Full of saccharin.
What can kill? I heard now that fucking red meat's bad for you. Red meat's bad for you now, and drinking wine is bad for you now.
Every
10 years,
changes.
Every 10 years,
everything.
It changes.
Like, well, you remember when milk was good, and then they said milk was bad.
Yeah, now
and
it's
milk
good.
was good again.
Yeah.
I drank fucking milk my whole life, never broke a bone.
Yeah, you're fine. As long as, you know what the problem is? Don't overeat. That's the problem.
Right.
You don't overeat, you're fine. And don't fucking eat shit, like just all candy and shit. But then you're as long as you do those things, you're fine. Except the problem is, the real problem is you have people raised by children who grew up to be adult children, and they don't fucking understand that they're adults.
Makes sense.
That's what's happened. That's why everybody in the 50s were nice and fucking skinny, and they ate proper. They ate a balanced meal every day, and then after the 50s, the 60s, and 70s came on, and everybody's fat.
Well, talking about, I just saw an article yesterday, or last night, I think it was Google had it.
Your camera's over here. You've been here 20 times.
It was Jillian Michaels, I think it was, the fitness extraordinaire.
Yeah,
she got a bunch of flack for saying she was shaming somebody.
Lizzo.
Yeah, I'm not with the fuck.
I'm 100% that fat.
The pop culture shit, I didn't even know what it was. I saw it on Google and looked it up, and There was a picture, I guess, of her when she was 175 pounds or 106. I forget. Jillian Michaels.
Yeah, when
said,
she was
if I can do it,
when she was like
anybody can do
fat.
it. Right.
Well, not really fat, but she was big.
Right.
She wasn't really fat. She was. Well, yeah, I guess she was.
But
fat.
she was saying that obesity is terrible. If you love yourself, you shouldn't, because obesity is heart disease and all the other shit. So, you really
which is
take
true.
care of yourself, right?
People don't want to face up to that fact. It's like they're blind. It's like they're children that were raised by children, and reality in the real world, they don't want to face it. So they want to lie. They want to put themselves in a lie that makes them feel good, because and there's no real men anymore. Well, most of the real men are gone. Especially in a single community. But most of the men are gone. I'm sorry, I'm riling off of that fucking...
It's okay. Yo, you can do it. It's cool.
But yeah.
It's your show. Your show, your rules.
Exactly. But yeah, it's true, though. I mean, I don't know why... She got mildly attacked by some people. We're like, why are you fat shaming? And everybody else started coming up going, she's right, though. You're wrong. It's not healthy to be overweight. It's not healthy. Statistically, I don't give a fuck about all your rhetoric, statistics and facts. I don't care. Facts don't care about your feelings.
That's right. They say that.
You're not going to live long being overweight. You're going to die early. You're going to die in your 50s while all your skinny friends are shitting themselves in an old age home.
But
you're going to die in your 50s.
Economically, it puts a burden on other people, too, because of health care and the cost of health care. And
yeah, somebody's got to pay for it.
Right.
It's not a free market.
There's a cost in everything.
Yeah. All right. So what? So since you've been, when was the last time you were here?
Every fucking thing. The world exploded
10 years ago
and came back. Yeah.
So I'm glad you survived World War III, the 2.5 hours of World War III. I'm glad you're here. The world is a nuclear waste now because Iran and their...
You're growing a third eye.
Iran and their massive military of U-boats with 50 cals trying to go up against an aircraft carrier has completely annihilated the U.S. We all live in bunkers now. That's where we're at now. We're live from
Raul's bunker.
From my bunker. I was my third eye.
Yeah, I had to tunnel here. That's why it took me so long to get here. I didn't want to be exposed, so I tunneled my way all the way here.
That's good. You avoided all the zombies.
I did, yes.
So, how you been since then?
Good, great.
Yeah. Did you grow the beard back? I can't tell. Every time I see you either shaved or not shaved.
It's back.
I think it's back.
I shaved it.
It's back since
shaved it in September 30th. I shaved it September 30th. I've been growing it since then.
You grow pretty good facial hair.
Getting there.
For ginger.
Yeah, you like that?
There's not many ginger. Actually, gingers do grow.
That's the only place it's ginger, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's like, I don't want to get into the pubes situation.
No, not at all.
The pubes are fine. It's the ass
exactly.
hair. The ass hair.
Nope, the ass hair, the pubes, the fucking head hair, the eyebrows, all the same except the beard. I don't know where that came from.
So what do you think about the Iran shit? I know that's a lot of things that's gone and passed. I wanted to get your opinion on it.
Good.
Okay.
Fucking terrorist.
All right, let's move on to the next.
No, I mean I don't know what the uprising was. I mean, if anybody else did, it'd be okay, but he did it, and now it's bad.
Well, who?
Trump?
Yeah, I know.
The Trumpster.
I know.
The number one troll.
The hair in chief. You love that, right?
Is that what he's called? The hair in chief?
That's what the troll call it. The hair to the chief.
That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The old lady found him on the boardwalk.
Nice.
And I went to Gettysburg and I saw him again in a shop.
Really?
Yeah. That's where I got this shirt. Oh, are you going to
the Trump rally? Yeah.
All right, let's stick on Iran. What do you think is going to come of this?
Nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Probably a regime change. Looks like the people are probably
self-imposed.
Not through the United States
an
or somebody else
or outside influence
or the United Nations.
Well, not outside. Yeah,
it'll be through the people of Iran.
Well, the first time I saw something that was fucking going crazy in Iran was when they burned down the bank, the central bank in Iran, where the protesters came out. That was the first time it was like something big happened. And this was before World War III started. And we all had to live in bunkers. But that was like the first sign Something's going on over there. I think.
When was that timeline wise? Because I mean, it's all a blur now.
I think that was over in the summertime.
Okay.
Spring or summertime. And then you had this incident. Well, they started attacking. They took over a British ship and they took over a Japanese ship. And this is like the Iranian tactic of trying to poke the U.S. through its proxies. So it attacked those two ships so they could. This was right before the G7 summit in Japan or something like that. So what they did is they took over a Japanese freighter, just so Japanese can go to the U.S. and go, look what's happening. Can you lay off of Iran? This is what they do all the time. they by proxy try to get the U.S.'s allies to put pressure on the U.S. to lay off of Iran. And this was when Trump. Well, prior to that, Trump reversed all the sanctions and the Obama shit. And really put a really, I mean...
Wait, he didn't send him a pile of cash?
No.
Oh.
See, this is the thing. Every president has said they put sanctions on Iran. They don't really put sanctions on Iran because it doesn't really affect them. But Trump,
he's not fucking around.
He's not fucking around.
Yeah.
He's a man. He's a real man. So he's not fucking around. He's like, you're gonna get real sanctions, and it has completely crippled them. So now they're acting out. And now the people in
I think they said they have a plethora of oil or something too there. They can't even sell.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Everybody's worried about a war with Iran. But what people don't understand, you don't have to invade Iran to shut them down. All you got to do is just destroy their ports and make sure nothing's coming in or out.
Right.
And they'll collapse in on themselves. Because they're semi-modern. They have cities and shit like that. They're not people in tents living
mud
off.
Huts.
Yeah, they're not people in mud huts living off of goats. You can just fucking shut them down and they'll collapse within themselves because they can't grow anything over there.
No.
So now you have that. Then you had the incident where they were capturing freighters to put pressure on U.S. allies, to put pressure on the U.S. And now you had Soleimani got killed. Nobody knew who he was.
Who he was right until he was killed
10 minutes ago, and now they're everyone's favorite general on CNN.
Pretty bad.
CNN says there was
he was a religious
Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
What
was the name they called him? He was like
Luther
a
King.
Religious, some kind of religious, almost like a prophet to him. They made him sound like fucking this holier than thou guy.
He was a celebrity.
He's got blood on his hands and killed so many people.
Yeah, he was a national celebrity.
Yeah.
And nobody in the region liked him.
And the Democrats all defend him now.
Yeah,
he's pretty bad. They're all anti-American. They hate America so much that they defend the terrorists.
He was the second coming of Muhammad. So they killed him, and now the protesters in Iran.
Well, it's like another Hong Kong.
Yeah, it's another Hong Kong.
Into Hong Kong.
It's the second Arab Spring, where you saw they had the people
walking around the flags
the
on
two flags.
the flag of Israel and the United States flag.
Yeah,
walking around it. Yeah. Yep. Crazy. They wouldn't even step on the flag.
No.
But then Soleimani's got photos of them up in the town squares, and they're all climbing up, kicking the fucking signs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a feeling I got a feeling that this stuff happened before, where they refused to do it, but now with the internet, you can't hide it.
Well, somebody told me you might be more versed in this than I am. Somebody said that they don't have Twitter in Iran. Is that true?
Right. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't either.
To be honest with you. But they do have the internet.
Somebody was saying that there were tweets coming. They're like, that's total bullshit because they don't have Twitter in Iran. They don't have access to it, or they don't have it, or something.
They do have the internet, though.
Right, but I don't know is Twitter blocked out or.
But it's the internet. I mean, there's only so much a government can do to stop the internet.
I'm not a tech guy like that, so I don't know. I didn't know if there was a way they could block
their
servers.
You can get VPNs and stuff like that.
Okay.
And there's hackers that shift their VPNs and their IP address to make it look like they're 10 countries away. So you can See, with the internet,
See, I still don't understand all that because I'm afraid to look up stupid shit on my phone, let alone.
let's say
I don't understand how it works. Because isn't there like a timestamp or like some kind of digital footprint somewhere that can be traced somehow, some way, or no?
no,
Depending on how good you are.
You can change you can change your IP.
I got
to
you.
make it look, because an IP is a serial number. It's like it's a serial number. So
Okay.
you just change the serial number, and the serial number is based off of your location, longitude, latitude, all that shit.
Gotcha.
So if you change the serial, it looks like your longitude and latitude somewhere else.
But how do you do that?
I don't know.
I didn't know.
For purposes of the CIA
Right.
and the FBI, I have no idea.
Yeah, because I don't. Because even people talk about like dumb shit,
Yeah.
like this or that, or even I said, but like the messenger stuff, like when I tell you I'm not watching porn, I'm definitely not watching porn on my fucking phone. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
I'd be worried about the hacks and the spam and the.
Well, they have the incognito window,
Right.
which doesn't save anything to your hard drive.
Yeah, I don't even know how that works. I just figure I'm not. If it's got banking information on my phone or credit card apps or any of that shit, I'm not fucking around with scandalous shit on my phone.
You get the visor with the thing, and you're with your taxes.
I just listen. I mean, look, knock on wood, right? I say
Yeah.
this now, and then it'll happen. I've never been hacked. My shit. I don't know how
Right.
these people, like with the spam. I don't want to get off topic, but I mean, everybody's getting hacked. Your Facebook
Right.
account's getting hacked.
That's
You
'cause people
have
are-
these people with fucking 3 different Facebooks.
Yeah.
4. Like, how are you getting locked out of Facebook?
Because people are stupid.
It must be, and I put a post up about that before.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
People-
stop fucking friending me. This is the
Right.
4th friend request from a different account. Stop. If you can't maintain your fucking Facebook account, I don't want to be your friend because I don't need my shit getting hacked. Stop sending this stupid fucking shit on Messenger. I'm not opening that dumb shit. You have
Right.
my fucking phone. Like you, if you send me something, I know it's from you. But I mean, somebody I ain't talked to in a year or something, they're gonna like, don't send me something on Messenger. I'm gonna call you or text you. You can call or text me. But it's just crazy, man. So, yeah, hey, whatever. It works.
But you can get around anything. So
Okay.
especially on the internet, there's nothing. I mean, you can. What happens is a country will allow the internet in their country, and they'll put up firewalls,
Okay.
right? But firewalls. There's a saying: if a man created it, a man can break it.
Right.
So that's basically it. If it's created by a man, it can be broken by a man. So that's why you can put as many firewalls as you want. Somebody's going to figure out a way around it. All it takes is a little bit of time and effort, and you'll be able to figure out. It's like putting up a wall.
Right.
It's a
you
good
figure a way
deterrent.
around
It'll
it,
slow. It slows. It'll slow you down. But if you're determined enough, you're going to get around it. Just like a bank safe or a wall, if you're determined.
Well, you're not an Apple guy, are you?
All walls and banks do is just slowly.
Well, no, I was going to say like Apple. Have you ever been an Apple guy?
Yeah, before.
Okay.
But they're junk.
Well, I never had one.
Right.
I was always Droid from the get-go. Just always worked that way, and then Droid always had the bigger phone, so I liked the bigger because then you were doing more on the phone. Like Droid was the first one with the pen, with the notes and all. So I've always stuck with Samsung, but I had friends with the Apple, and I remember in the beginning, Apple was supposed to be ironclad, and they were getting hacked, and then all. So it's like, what's the difference?
There's no difference.
That's what I figured.
They're pretty much equivalent. The only difference is Apple marks up their phones because they have name recognition.
Right.
That's all it is.
Yeah,
They have
I have a first generation iPod Classic, like
Right.
the 160 or 180 gig, the big monster old one. That's the only Apple product I have.
They have a phone. They have a phone that's probably it's manufactured for $50. And they mark it up to $700. That's what they do because they can.
Well, is it true Samsung makes a lot of their shit too?
Yeah, because they can, because they put the Apple logo on it, and the layman is just, they see Apple and they assume
it's great.
It's
right.
great when it's
the largest business in the country, isn't it now, or the richest?
I'm not sure. Google, Amazon.
I think it's got a valuation of $1 trillion. I think it was.
Really?
I think it's crazy.
It's a lot
of fucking money.
It is, but that's a very hollow trillion. I don't see them. I don't know.
I mean, maybe I'm talking out of turn. Maybe I thought it was Apple. That's a lot of fucking
You're
money.
buying brand name, basically, where you can get the same quality for great value stevia sugar.
Yeah, true.
You could put in your coffee. What was that, tea?
Yeah.
All right.
Switch to T. I switch back and forth.
So now that Iran do you think they're going to open? So you think Iran's going to pretty much collapse in on itself?
I do. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can't trust the fucking MSM, you know. So I mean, there's reports saying something just came out that said about the airliner.
Oh, they got shot down. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. The airliner got shot down. The Ukrainian airliner.
Yeah, didn't they say that they did that? Or no, maybe it was the other thing. The other bombing when they shot the missiles and didn't hit anybody.
Oh, the base in Iraq?
Yeah, some bullshit.
I love that meme. The meme that U.S. attacks Iran attacks Iraq. You see the guy picture, this is Iraq? That bald-headed guy? Oh, it's a great meme.
I did not see that.
Iraq's like, why the fuck am I in the middle of this shit? Yeah, so they attacked nobody got killed.
No. That's why I think they did that to appease the general. I mean, you can't say to appease the people because it seems like the people are in revolt anyway.
People. Yeah, the regular people. They did it to appease the fanatics.
Right.
The radicals that are in charge over there. That they don't.
Well, then did you see that they blocked people from entering through Canada, through the Canadian border? Did you see that?
No.
They were Iraqis or Iranians. Yeah, that they detained so many of them trying to enter the U.S.
I thought Canada was such a tolerant place to let anybody.
I have no idea.
It's amazing how they.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't see that.
Yeah, it's amazing how they talk through one part of the mouth and out the other. That's amazing. That's almost like
I'm still waiting for the celebrities to fucking move there.
It's almost like it's run by a liberal government.
So
the people are in revolt in Iran.
Mm-hmm.
I think because of the internet also, I think the people are just like, look, we're tired of poking everyone and not getting anything in return. I think that fervor, that initial fervor of Iranian fanaticism, like the Bolsheviks that took over Russia, eventually everybody got tired of their shit, hearing that their bullshit, started to not believe their bullshit, that they started to crumble. I think the Bolsheviks of Iran are starting to lose the power of their voice. And the average person over there is just like, we're tired of hearing it. We're tired of all this stuff. We're tired of you poking people and then getting retaliated. We're tired of not being able to have a McDonald's. All that shit. The same thing that happened to Russia.
Well, I don't know how they continue to live under a regime like that to where it just they're all oppressed. They want freedom. Like, when are they all going to have their own revolt and just have freedom? Why? It's so nice to have free. I mean, we live under the false pretense of freedom too. I mean, we're not really fucking free here in the United States, but we're more free than most people. But
they're Stockholm syndrome. Why do black people keep voting for fucking Democrats in Chicago, Baltimore, and Detroit, and the city has just fallen apart? Stockholm syndrome. They've just been indoctrinated. But
But I think it's everybody, because I don't know. You know, you think you do a lot of thinking on your own. You know, and I think no matter how much. Again, like, I know what you're doing, I know what I do, and I see your interactions with people.
Yeah.
No matter how right you are, and no pun intended, not right or left, but no matter how correct you are.
Yeah.
If they don't want to believe it, they're not going to, and it doesn't matter how much information you put out there, how much you're not, if it comes down to color and you're technically you're non-white. So, I mean, you're not a racist, but I mean, if you're trying to show somebody, they're not going to listen to you anyway because they're just so fucking, and that goes with right or left too, because there's some, even right policies that some people, it's just so ingrained in them growing up. They're never, religion, same thing.
Right.
I don't want to get in that whole debate or what, not that we debate it, but I mean, people are so with Catholicism, some people, there's a gentleman who's like a grandfather to me, and I've gotten to him, we've had some discussions about that, and it's like look at what you believe and what you're supposed to believe, and then look at the way you're being taught this way, and it's just so fucking ingrained from like parochial school when he was a child till now. It's like they just can't break that fucking chain. So it doesn't matter if it's religion, it's the inner city you grew up in, it's just, you're right, it's ingrained in them. You're never going to break it. Well, and it sucks because you want to be like, yo, enlighten yourself. Like always the debate between like the Democrats and the Republicans are Republicans. Not that they don't want to help you, they just don't want to give you handouts. They want to let you live and let live and be free and come up on your own too. But it's always the Republicans do nothing for minorities or whatever. They shouldn't have to. It's just cut the fucking red tape and let you live your life.
Yeah.
the way you want to, as
Pull
long as you're not
yourself up from
infringing
your bootstraps.
on anybody else. But
I don't argue. I take the.
But I love how you tell everybody I campaign. I mean, not too many people could say they fucking went door to door and campaigned for Obama.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I did vote for him. We've said that, it's an echo chamber. I've said that too.
I
did. You voted. You went door to door for Obama.
Yeah. I went to a Democratic. I went to a Democrat meeting. Mm-hmm. Got the fucking pamphlets. Got the list of names of registered Democrats. Fucking went door to door. Fucking petitioning.
Right.
But
for Obama. But you're a racist.
Yeah.
It wasn't because of his garbage policies.
I do it. I do it. A little trade secret here. I do it just to fucking antagonize and poke. I try to fucking twist it. Just be like, well, fuck you. You want to wag your finger at people. Fuck you. I'm going to put you all the way up to the line and see how mad you get. There's a great saying by the great Roman lawyer. What the fuck was his name? Who's the most famous Roman lawyer?
Roman lawyer?
Yeah, of the Roman Empire. He's during Julius Caesar. I forget his name. Well, he has a great quote or great saying. When you're arguing someone, you're not trying to change their mind. You're trying to change the spectator's mind of the argument. So that's how I go into it. I'm not trying to change that person.
Do you think you've changed anybody's mind?
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah, I have.
It's good.
Both ways.
Okay.
No. I think I've. If anything, I've.
I know all your shit's based in fact. I do know that personally, but some people just think you just. I mean, not that some of it isn't to do it to annoy people.
Yeah.
Your delivery, but
a lot of times I'm mocking. But
right. But you're right. Or you're correct.
What I've done is I've taken the outrage, or the fake outrage, and I pull it down back to the ground and go, here, you're fucking fake, basically. And everybody, it takes the power out of it when you start mocking people and their bullshit. Because then other people are just like, is he right? And then they look at it, oh yeah, that guy is bullshit.
Well, I think it's other people, I won't say we know what we're talking about, but I mean, I've seen some of the interactions too, to some people saying that, like, yo, like, hey, you've known us this long. I can't believe you're saying this shit. Yeah. Like, you don't even realize the shit you're saying is fucking racist. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's
crazy.
Like,
it does. You just bring the hypocrisy out.
Yeah, you're wagging your finger for shit you don't fucking even do yourself. So
right.
I don't even want to hear. I'm not. Somebody asked me, are you trying to get black people to vote Republican? I go, no, I'm just here to mock hypocrites.
I saw that. Yeah, I did see that. How's your Spanish, by the way?
Poor. Favor.
That was great. That was... Yeah. I laughed at that. I laughed at that question, and then you're poor. Yeah. It was great.
But, dude, I grew up in a neighborhood. 5 of my friends were Spanish. Only one of them spoke Spanish. Which was funny.
Which one? Who was that?
Octavio was not Lionel.
Okay. Lionel actually spoke Spanish?
Oh no. He didn't speak Spanish. Jose Soto was
that's who I was thinking. I
was the only one that spoke Spanish.
How's he doing these days? You ever talk to him?
He's great.
I haven't seen him in forever.
I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, he's great. His kids are great. His business is doing well. I think he does rehab work.
Nice. Very nice.
He's got a nice house. I think he just bought a couple of off-road stuff, like 4-wheelers and shit.
Nice.
His old lady's smoking hot, by the way. Good job.
Hey, that's what's up. Good
She's
for him.
fucking smoking hot. He did good.
Nice.
She's old. She's like 30 in her 30s though, and she's still smoking hot after like fucking pumping out like 3-4 kids though.
That's all we could all hope for.
And she's like a nurse that's trying to be a doctor. That dude
fucking jackpot.
He just fell in it, bro.
That's what's hey, sometimes that's what you got to do. Wow.
He probably just jerks off to his own life.
That's awesome, right? Hey, if you got
this.
It that way,
he doesn't have to pretend to be somebody else. He just jerks off. He just looks in the mirror. It's just like
just a live porn,
just staring at himself in the eyes.
Oh man. So getting back to You think you have changed? You have changed a couple of people.
I think I'm trying to, mock hypocrites. Basically, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what race you are, what level you are, what you think you've been through.
We won't say names on here. Anybody else?
Put whatever names.
No, I was going to say, is there anybody else? I want to say he was like your number one fan.
Everybody else unfriended me.
Did they?
Probably.
Okay.
Or just don't either unfriend me, or it's a mountain too high to climb. But yeah, I'm gonna mock if you're bullshitting and being a hypocrite. I'm gonna mock you.
I just love when everybody offers to fight you. Everybody wants to fight you.
That's the best.
Yeah.
I'm like, how old are you?
Yeah, everybody wants to get in the backyard brawl over some things you said. You hurt their feelings
because they're children, basically. You can't stand up in a conversation, and I do. I twist it pretty good.
I know you do,
but still, I would, like I said, somebody could call me all kinds of names, and I'll still be like, all right,
right.
I'm not fucking 20 years old, full of piss and vinegar. I'm 40 fucking years old. Names don't hurt.
But even if so, it's just a different world today, and there's really no reason.
Yeah, well, I'm not. If I was like in my 20s and still not a man, like I'm just a child, still getting offended by every little fucking thing, yeah, I would be like, oh, I'll fucking fight out what you want. Let's go. I'm 40 years old. Nothing. I've been through too much. Your little comment trying to get me. It's not going to get me angry. I've been through more things.
I was in a business lawsuit for 5 years, man. So I never ever want to go to court ever again. So that's the whole thing. It's just like I'll just walk away.
Age tempers you.
It does
a lot.
It does. It's not worth it.
Having kids tempers you a lot.
It's not worth a fucking wasted life. That's for sure.
So all right, what else? Impeachment.
Yeah. He's getting impeached.
Yeah. They finally walked it over. I've seen the best one I've seen so far of them walking it over was I think Dave Rubin's Benny Hill. It's just a Benny Hill in fucking 2-speed. Just
I don't know if it was I don't know if it was something you posted. Somebody posted something that said with them signing, they just basically signed his re-election campaign or something like that. It was something stupid, but I don't know how anybody can get behind them still. Like, how can anybody get behind the Democratic Party to say all this shit's out there in the open? It's like so hypocritical. That's what just blows me away with the Biden and the Burisma and all that shit going on, and like the quid pro quo bullshit, and they don't even understand. They keep changing words to fit their agenda. I mean, they took a poll out to see what would sound more damaging. I think it was treason or it wasn't quid pro quo. That did nothing.
Bribery.
So then it was bribery or treason. Like the fuck are they talking about?
They did a focus group of what would sound. So they started saying bribery. They never put it into the impeachment either. Everything in the impeachment is all superficial shit too. But this is where I can tell the Democrats are still up their own ass, and comparing that to Trump as a president, also not being up his own ass compared to other presidents. When Nancy Pelosi was sitting there signing the impeachment, she had like fucking 20 pens.
I know.
And she's signing every
letter or whatever.
That's when you know you're up your own ass. Right. And I've seen this. Obama did it. Bush did it. Clinton would do it. Anytime they signed a bill, they'd have like fucking 10, 20 pens.
And do you know how much them fucking pens cost?
Yeah, they're gold plated and shit.
They're probably like a Mont Blanc pen or something.
Yeah, they would sign
$1,000
each
a pen
letter with a fucking different pen. If you ever watch Trump sign something, takes the same fucking pen, signs it, and does there you go. I like to play with crayons, you know. That meme. But he'll take the same fucking pen and he'll just sign something and he'll give and fucking show it, and then that's it. He doesn't meticulate over every fucking letter with a different pen to hand it out as a souvenir. So that's how you can tell that Trump's there to do a fucking job. He's not there to be I don't want to be brainwashed myself, but I really do believe wholeheartedly that he really wants what's best for the country. Yeah, and
I do believe that.
It's for selfish reasons, too.
And I get that, right.
He wants to be the best.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish Obama was the fucking best. I mean, I don't want Obama to fail or Bush or anybody to fail. I want them to be the best. So be the fucking best.
If he wants to be the best, how does that bad for me?
Well, it's because we live in a culture now to where everybody wants to be the best but not put the work in. Everybody gets a fucking participation trophy.
See, Trump...
whatever happened to being the best? Nothing.
I'm not saying Trump is not up his own ass.
Right, I think he is.
Trump is up his own ass.
He's an egomaniac.
Yeah, he's up in his own ass in the right places.
Yes.
Not in the wrong places. He's not up his own ass when he's working. He's up his own ass when he's promoting his work or promoting himself. But his job, his work himself, he's there to do a job. And then he aggrandizes about it and himself. That's where he's up his own ass. That's the difference. Whereas previous politicians, previous presidents, they were up their own ass in the job and aggrandizing themselves and in the public to, talk to the public, sway the public about their policy. So where do you think this impeachment's going?
I don't know. Should we be worried? I don't think so, but I don't know.
Well, he's already acquitted. McConnell already acquitted him. So.
Well, I heard that, but I don't know. I mean, they say that until they turn coat. I mean, I really hope so.
They need like 70. They need like 70 to, even if there's like 4.
I got another buddy who thinks the way we think and talks, and he was like really concerned that like, oh, this is what's going to happen. They're going to do this, and then they're going to do that, and then this one's going to become that, and then this one's going to do this.
He's a doomsday cultist.
Well, I want to say he's got a lot of really good info, but the way he said is like everything kind of goes back to pedo wood and everything else. I mean, they're all. I mean, you just worried who the fuck has skeletons in their closet.
I don't think there's enough though.
I would hope not, but I mean, who could be turned? Well, they just said Alan Dershowitz or something was going to be on. Somebody just shared that he was going to be, I think, part of counsel for Trump. I'm like, that fucking guy's a pedo.
The senators vote though, and McConnell.
But that's what I'm worried about.
They can also overturn the judge is only there. The judge isn't for a verdict. He's just there to make sure everything goes.
What I'm saying, if it came out that I just worry about.
I think Roberts is the judge.
Yes, I worry about the convoluting. So Dershowitz supposedly was on Epstein Island. I think they had stuff for.
Yeah, but that's one. Just one guy.
No, I know, but I just always worry about the convoluting because if it all does finally come out. You know what I mean? Or his attorney or his counsel or this or that. It's like the guy's a fucking scumbag. A lot of people think he's great because he was a libertarian or whatever the fuck he was, but he's another piece of shit. Just because he was a great libertarian doesn't mean he can't be a pedo.
How many senators? Like 70, right?
Is that what I
think it's like 70 to impeach the president. They need like some ridiculous number. Okay. It's got to be 3/4. I think there's 100 senators, right?
Oh, you're saying 70 need to vote against him.
Yeah.
Or vote to impeach him.
Yeah. They need 70, I think 75 senators.
Yeah, I don't think they have that. But I don't.
No, they don't have anywhere close to that. That's what I'm saying. And there's 65 Republicans.
But when they hold this trial, they're also saying that the senators right now that are running against him should recuse themselves because how could they be impartial? You know what I mean? Like this is the oxymoron. It makes no sense. If I was running against you, how could I sit on a fucking jury against you when I'm competing for your job?
Was that one of the stipulations before of Nancy Pelosi?
I wonder.
She's so ridiculous.
She is. But how does everybody not just see through this bullshit? Like I try
because they don't pay attention to
ever get angry.
They
about
also
stuff.
give it a pass. You know what I mean? They'll pass. They'll do the blinders for their own because they have their own personal objective.
I don't want to talk Civil War. I don't want to talk crazy talk. I don't want to talk any of it. But
we're gonna start talking about Virginia too because that'll be the next time.
Well, I'm just worried. At what point do people from California get sick and fucking tired of their state being run like a fucking garbage dump? That they just get rid of these fucking.
You know what that is? You know what that is? Rock bottom.
Yeah, but I mean, at what point, just when you think.
When people get to rock bottom, they're like, this ain't working. It's the same thing with drugs. You can go as many meetings as possible. A drug addict is not going to change until they hit rock bottom.
Yes.
Or they're dead. They'll just keep going back to it.
Okay.
Rock bottom. You know what that is?
But it's just frustrating listening to these fucking people talk, man. I hear him talking. I try not to ever get angry because it's just like it is what it is. You can't change it, but it's just like, oh my God. And I'm a non-violent person. I'd like to punch her in the fucking face.
She's an idiot.
She's one of them type of people. Her, Schumer.
Yeah. The Democrats elect
Nader. I'll do a celebrity boxing match with Schumer, Nader. They could hit me barehanded and I'll wear gloves. You know what I mean? That's it. Let me at them. They're just, oh my God, they're infuriating. And then they don't realize that there's evidence of them, press conferences prior and all the other shit that they have them on tape saying about impeachment, bipartisanship, and all that stuff. And then they're going and doing the same fucking thing.
Well, the fact that
they're all hypocrites.
And Biden's running that is the fucking front runner, and he's just been in the government for like 70 years.
Well, a lot of them have Pelosi too.
So he just want to,
how do you become worth $100 million on a $174,000 a year salary?
His first couple of months, they're all corrupt. They're fucking. Name me a fucking Democrat in the federal level that's intelligent.
Intelligent?
Yeah, and a good representation of government.
Yeah, I can't. I don't want to say that because I'm partisan, but yeah, I can't think of any. I really can't think of any.
Even somebody that's like decent, like a Kucinich or something that's decent. Like Gabbard, probably?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't
followed. Who's actually in all...
She kind of just jumped in, so I don't know too much about her. She hasn't been in politics, so I don't really know what her agenda is yet.
She's recent.
Right, but I mean, she could say all the right things, but I mean, she doesn't have a record.
What's her record?
Yet.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
And that's
she
what
could be playing the
about.
game.
Right.
But she was in the military.
Yeah.
She loves the country. I mean,
no, she gets street credit for that automatically. But I mean, I don't know too many people in the military that don't like Trump, unless they got in under Obama.
Right.
And that, you know what I mean? I don't get. Trump's done a lot for the military.
Think about it. I mean, think about some hard. That's the only. That's the only one. That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're probably right.
I'm trying. I'm really trying.
I can't
think of any. They're so bad. It's Nancy Pelosi refusing to give over the impeachment paper, the articles of impeachment, unless her needs are met. It's like the most.
Like, what are your fucking needs? There are no needs. You either have a case or you don't.
That's the equivalent of putting a gun to your own head and going, "Do it, or I'll do it." You know, me, my demands are, "I'll do it," and all the Republican senators are just like looking at each other, going, Okay, do it. Shoot yourself. That's how preposterously stupid those people are. They're terrible people.
But again, you don't know what to believe because the media is not giving you a fair shake. They're not doing honest reporting. I want to say the entire time I was here, the entire time I haven't been here, I think a lot of the Project Veritas shit broke. Yes.
Yeah.
So with the Epstein, with Amy whatchamacall from ABC, that broke, and then she went on an apology tour saying she didn't mean it, and then now the Bernie Sanders campaign,
the guy who says
the fucking crazy socialist, Marxist, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
Yeah, he said gulags weren't as bad as
exactly.
We need to he's like, when we win, we're going to re-educate people, and if Bernie doesn't win, we're going to start killing police and start riots, and it's going to start in Milwaukee. The Democratic convention is in Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, I think, was it Iowa? Des Moines? Wait, I forget
I think it's Milwaukee.
Now. But he said if he didn't get the nomination, if it went to second round, I think there was going to be a hot zone.
Oh, okay.
I forget.
Yeah, I don't think Bernie's going to win either.
I don't think he's got a chance in hell, but I don't know.
Elizabeth Warren
somebody put a meme up that said instead of Trump doing rallies, his regular rally, what he should do is watch the Democratic debate while one of his rallies are going on and do live commentary. That would be fucking awesome.
Like a little MS3K.
Yeah.
MSK 3000.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I know what you're talking about.
Science Theater. MST 3000. Mystery Science Theater. Yeah. He's got the two robots. It's just Trump there with two robots.
So no, impeachment. I don't know. I'm hoping. I don't see how he couldn't get reelected.
Yeah,
but I don't. I mean, I'm nervous. I'm not going to say I'm not nervous.
You think he's going to drag? I don't think it. I think he's fine.
I hope so. I just don't want to. I just don't want to turn a blind eye and think he's got this. Because as much as I met a lady today,
you're
that's
talking
why
about,
I said I was.
You're talking about civil war. If they actually literally, this is the thing too.
I mean, if they legitimately robbed him from it, yes,
Yeah.
I think there would be.
Yeah. Also,
but I don't.
He's the executor too. He can say no. I'm not leaving.
But I'm still surprised that they haven't done fucking shit for voter fraud or voter ID. You know, and there's a lot of bills that are still getting passed too out there that you find out that are gun control or that are all bipartisan. Yeah. Like, you know, that's not what. So I don't know. Again, I feel like they all just play the fucking game.
Yeah,
they're not going.
Well, Trump's not a Republican.
I mean, I'm not saying Trump. I'm just saying everybody in general. You know, you think like he's doing the right thing, but you know how much opposition's he getting? There's still things getting passed that's bipartisan. That's
he's got to sign off on them too. I mean, that's
true.
How it works. He's got to sign off. If he doesn't sign off,
so I mean, just because it passed doesn't mean that he signed it in the.
Yeah, he has to sign them. He's got to sign those bills.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So he's just as culpable. See this is the thing. The bar is so low for presidents that you get someone that's above average that you want to accept it, and even the gun control stuff. It's ticky-tacky gun control stuff like bump stocks and stuff. You'll pass. Stock comes.
I mean, I get it in a way, but it's still you know the old saying is they just chisel away and chisel away. It's a little and a little and a little, and before you know it's a lot. You know.
But this is the thing with federal gun control, it can be nullified all the way down to the municipality. So
let's talk for
like they outlawed machine guns. You could still buy a machine gun in Texas, and I think parts of New York State, and I think New Hampshire. I think
there's probably a couple states you can have.
You got to go through like a shit ton of licensing and regulation, but you can still buy a machine gun. That's not
well. Like you can have suppressors too in a lot of states. You can't have them here. You have to wait 8 months.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have them in Jersey.
That's what I mean. Even if the way it works, the municipality could just nullify any gun control all the way down to the municipality. There's nothing the federal government can do about it, and if the federal government tries to enforce it, the municipality can just go to the.
So I'd like to see the fucking municipalities open a concealed carry or a fucking open carry fucking thing. That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, you got a ton of places that has concealed.
I'm saying in New Jersey.
Yeah, you're in a fucking blue state, man. There's nothing you can do about that.
I think some of it's changing though.
Yeah.
So I met a woman today, and then just listen to her talk. She's a total sweetheart, right?
Right.
So we're talking, and then I forget how it comes up. Everything always turns to politics in some way or form, about this stock market or, something. And she was saying about this and that. And I said, well, the stock market's doing really good right now. And she said, yeah, and then this and that. And then I said, eventually someday, depending on where I actually have my forever home where I plan on dying, maybe I'll run for local politics, you know what I mean? And she said, I said, but the problem is that, I might be too conservative for most people. I'd be cutting a lot of fucking shit. And she was like, well, I'm conservative too. And then I was like, oh, I wasn't sure. And I said, oh, yeah? She said, yeah. So then I'm like, you Trump? Yeah. Okay, cool. I said, well, I normally refrain from saying stuff because, you never, even with business, I mean, a lot of times once I sign the contract, if you find out, I mean, what are you going to not pay me?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to do a great job for you. I'm not going to fuck you. I'm honest, I'm fair. But I mean, if I was coming out to do a consultation, I would never talk politics because I might not get the job.
You're not there for politics.
Right. I'm there to do my job. But, when you start feeling people out and you talk, but that's what she said. And somebody I would have totally thought was totally left leaning, and she wasn't. So I'm like, wow, like
she
really
might have been at one time.
Yeah, I mean, could have, but I mean, that's why I said I think people are waking up, and I think people.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are abandoning the left. A lot of people.
And that's what she said even about him. She said,
I think Trump's going to get like 70 million, 75
million
votes.
She said, I did vote for Trump. She said, I voted for him, and it wasn't a Republican or Democrat thing. He wasn't a politician, and I wanted somebody to come in and just blow the whole fucking thing up. Right. I was like, wow, yeah, me too.
He's stronger than he was coming in against Hillary. He's stronger than he was. Do
you see her throwing her hat in the ring last minute?
It's way too late. It's way too late right now.
You think though?
Yeah, it's way too late. I mean, you think the Democrat Party is a shit show right now.
But who do you think's the front runner right now? Forget the polls because I don't trust the polls.
It's Biden.
You think so?
Biden's going to get nominated. Yeah, they'll never let Bernie get nominated. Biden's definitely going to get nominated. He's got. See, this is the thing. Biden's.
You good?
Biden's floor.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, Biden's floor of constituency is like in the 20%. Everybody else is in the teens. So what you're going to have is a brokered convention between Biden, Bernie, and if Warren sticks with it, but I think she's going to drop down into the 10s.
Do you think they have any chance? Who do you think Biden? Okay, let's say Biden gets the nomination. Who do you think Biden's going to make VP? Who's he going to run with?
Kamala.
You really think?
Yeah, well. See, he's already got the black vote.
I don't know though. Do you think so? I wonder. I mean, we're not talking about some of the idiots that like fucking
the black people that are going to vote
fight with you on social media. I'm saying, but I wonder. I don't know, man. I think
the black people that are going to vote, the majority of them, in like between 60 to 70%, probably 70% at this point, are going to Biden. They're going to Biden right now. So you have a 30% that's probably not going to vote or vote Republican, which there's going to be 10. There's going to be like 10. There's going to be like between 10% to in the 20% that aren't going to vote. So that leaves, no matter what happens, black people are still going to vote Democrat because they've been so ingrained they've been so.
See, I would think
propagandized that Republicans are racist.
If we're
talking, they can't do it just on principle.
If we're talking about the black community
on their own principle,
I would think they would be more susceptible to vote for a Bernie.
No, he's got
a Biden though. Because Biden's just, I think everybody's just waking up and they see the hypocrisy. Maybe not so much the Bernie, because Bernie, I mean, I don't like him, but I think
you're right.
I think Bernie's more likable, and like all them skeletons might not have come out.
Even when Spartacus,
but I'm saying all the skeletons have come out of Biden's closet, and people see what he is.
Even when Spartacus and Kamala,
Obama hasn't even backed the motherfucker. Even
when Spartacus and Kamala were campaigning. The black people still went to Biden and Bernie. They're the ones that both got the majority of the vote, the approval.
Well, I love
so that's why I'm saying there's a percentage that are not going to vote for Biden. They just won't vote, and then there's a percentage that are going to vote Republican, but majority are with Biden because they want to. It's older black people too that want to live the Obama. They're still living in that Obama heyday of a terrible president.
No, what are you talking about? He was great. He was great. Well, you have no idea what you're talking about right now.
He was horrendous. He was one of the I say he's the second worst behind
compared to
Bush Jr. I think he's the second worst behind him.
Yeah, I would say I would think Bush was the worst president than Obama.
Mostly because Obama fucking rolled up all of Bush's bullshit into his administration.
Well, would you agree that Bush was worse than Obama?
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
Absolutely.
But Obama's like right behind him. So
Bush was the reason I voted for Obama. I fucking hated Bush. I hated Bush with a passion.
Yeah, that's why I voted for Obama.
After
also.
the whole 9/11 thing, and I seen who was in bed with who. Oh my god, I fucking hated Bush. And I was trying to tell people, I didn't. Even back then, I hated McCain.
Yeah, I hated.
Because there was things I stumbled upon McCain back then in like 05, 06, and I'm like, this guy's fucking garbage.
Yeah, he is garbage. He was garbage. I didn't vote for. That's why I campaigned for. I was like, we got to hope it change. And we got to change all this. We got to change it.
And then I didn't vote. Did I vote the second time?
Well,
no, I did vote for Romney, even though Romney's fucking garbage too.
I didn't vote for Romney. That's when I started getting into libertarianism and Ron Paul and all that shit.
Well, I was in it, but I figured, did we continue the garbage 4 years of Obama, or did we try something new? Wasn't it fucking Romney who basically penned Obamacare, but it was Romney-care?
You ever get those 5-year posts from 5 years ago?
On Facebook.
I got one. It's like 10 years ago or whatever, and it's Romney and Obama, And I go, and it was, don't you want more of the same, but now in white?
I did see that. Yeah, I saw that meme. Yes.
Yeah, that's. I used to call it back then. I used to go Mitt Romney. I used to call him Mitt Obama, now available in white Romney, because that's who he was. You could close your eyes and have somebody read the same policies from both, and you would never know which one was which. That's how similar they were.
Well, see, at that point, I was down the rabbit hole, but I wasn't that invested in backgrounds of politicians, and I just figured Romney, between him and Obama, I was voting for the lesser of two evils.
Well, just the policy,
because I didn't realize they were identical at that point.
They were fucking identical.
Until toward the end, after, I realized. But
so now Elizabeth Warren is tanking. Speaking of.
Is she
continuing? Oh yeah, she's fucking. Okay. She's in a spiral.
I'm going to tell you. When I tell you, I've almost turned off the whole politics thing. I haven't followed any of the Democrat shit.
Nobody's watching the Democrat debates.
None of it. I don't know what the fuck's going on unless some stupid thing pops up on Facebook or MSM. I don't know anything that's going on with any of that shit.
Nobody's watching the Democratic debates. Nobody.
The only thing I saw was
there's three. I think they got 4 million.
Did Bernie call her a liar? Did he actually call her that?
That's where I was going.
Okay.
So Pocahontas, the ultimate. I'm a victim, even though I'm gonna try to lie everything to bring myself ahead, including trying to be a Native American. Called Bernie a liar on a hot mic that CNN conveniently recorded and zoomed in on.
So wait, she actually did call. She called him a liar.
Well, the story is
because I missed it. The only thing I saw was it looked like the end of a debate, and then she went up and confronted him. That's all I seen. That's what I'm saying. All I saw was she said, "Did you call me a liar on TV?" Yeah. And he said, "You don't want to do this now. Let's not do this now."
He's like, no. He started going on. You no way. You called me a liar. I'm not going to do this.
I'm sorry. Yes,
I don't want to do this now. I don't want to. We'll do anything. We'll do it later. Let's not do this now. And then Steyer came. I just want to say hi. And Bernie's like, yeah, he was like
he was just like, hey, and snubbed him.
Yeah, Bernie was like fucking Stan Lee at a comic book event. Some weirdo was fucking coming up to him. all right, son. We'll talk. I'll sign your comic book later. Just leave me alone. You.
Yeah, how fucking that was kind of weird, right? Yeah. I would not be trying to shake Bernie's hand. Oh, hey, Bernie, I just want to say hi. What's up, bud? It's
so weak too. You're running against. You're competing.
And you went to say hi and shake his hand.
That's like a equivalent of fucking somebody going up to you're competing
Marco Rubio trying to shake Trump's hand.
Yeah, or on a football field you're competing against somebody. Go, hey man, can I give you a hand job after this?
You just fucking
trying to play football. What started this was Bernie Sanders. What is it called? Staff or committee or whatever. They're the freaky weirdo guy that wants to put people in gulags.
Oh, I did see where they tried to set up a camp, didn't they? Didn't they try to say that they were together or they were not together or not the campaign? Because obviously, if say we were both whatever Dems, whatever running, you have your campaign, I have mine, or I'm having a rally, you can't kind of come set a table up at my rally or vice versa.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I heard. I did hear something like that. Bernie was there, and then they were trying to they had some Warren officials out there, and they're we're on that. No, we're not on the same team.
Well,
because we're
the Bernie campaign put out talking points.
Okay.
Start talking about how Elizabeth Warren is just an elitist, status quo person. And that's where the genesis of this came from.
Okay.
So Elizabeth Warren fired back, as she always does, playing the victim. As a year ago, Bernie told me that a woman couldn't be president.
I did see a meme about that.
Yeah, so that's what happened. So now
then he said, I would never call, the other meme was, I would never call a Native American woman a liar. So maybe I did see some of it. I'm seeing bits and pieces. I'm just not following it, as much as I normally would be following it.
So she retaliated. It was leaked.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
That's what I'm saying. And so CNN, and the moderator was just completely ridiculous about it. So she's like, she asked Bernie, the moderator, this girl, asked Bernie, did you tell Warren that, no woman can be president? He said no, and then she asked Warren as in a structuring the question as if it was a matter of fact. How did you react to Bernie telling you that a woman can't be president in the debate? And like the whole crowd started laughing, and then after that, they had the incident on stage and all that was released. But Twitter just exploded. There was a Twitter viral thing that Elizabeth Warren was going around about Elizabeth Warren, that she was a snake and that everybody was doing they were going on her page and calling her a fucking snake and everything like that. It was not good for her.
Well, I think that they're all snakes, though. I mean, it's kind of pot calling a kettle black, ain't it?
They're all snakes. But look, at least Bernie believes his bullshit. I think. I don't know if he's the most sincere con man, but it's hard to not believe if Bernie isn't true to his own conviction. Elizabeth Warren is just saying what she's saying just to get in the office.
Oh, absolutely.
Where Bernie is, you can't. He's a better poker player, I would say.
Well, I get that too, but I guess once you're an elitist, it doesn't matter. I mean, socialism, as we all know, it's no good. It's never been good. It's not good. Just because it's democratic socialism, they want to change the term of it. It's still the same bullshit, repackaged. It's all garbage. It's destroyed countries. So
yeah.
What does he think? And, forget about his
maybe he believed it when he was
staffer.
younger, and it became such a brand recognizing thing to him that he had to continue it in order to stay. You know how in celebrities, they get famous for a certain thing or a certain character, so now they have to, even though they don't want to do that character, they still have to do it to continue to be famous. Kind of like one of those things.
I guess, but I mean, again, with Nader and Schumer and Pelosi, all of them, they all have video of these people 20 years ago talking, preaching the same shit that's destroyed other things and praising Stalin or,
that's why Biden,
Mao or any of these fucking idiots. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. How anybody can't just say, dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's why Biden's the worst candidate. To be a front runner for a party that's trying to get back the White House. You're like, nobody wants. Even the candidates don't want to go back. Even the other candidate, Biden's like the only one that's. Even Biden's kind of like, I don't want to go back to Obama, but all the other candidates don't want to go back to Obama. But anyway, this helps Bernie more than it hurts. More than it helps Elizabeth. More than it hurts Bernie.
Do you think if they combine camps, you think they'd have a better chance?
No, because I think Warren is just so damaged right now that it would actually hurt Bernie if they combined. Because she's going down the drain right now, and she's trying to. It's very dangerous when somebody becomes desperate, like when somebody in power becomes desperate, because they're trying to cling on to that power. So they're going to try to do anything they can to remain in power.
Well, hold on. So talking to that, what about Van Drew?
Oh, but being a Republican, he's still got a primary. They're not going to just.
I know, but so that's what I'm torn about because he got the nod from Trump.
Yeah.
So, when Trump gives you the nod.
I'm not neither, but I mean, what I worry about is there's a couple other candidates that I like, that I've followed, that, that seem like they'd be better. I know Van Drew knows how to navigate it and all, but he's voted with Pelosi 85.61% or something. They did one of the things Republicans aren't either. I'm not saying and this is definite, but Republicans don't hold idols as hard as
Democrats. Right.
There's always going to be a faction in the Republican Party that are just like, I don't care about Reagan. You're holding Reagan up too high.
Right.
He's not that good. So they don't hold idol. I think it's probably because of a religious thing. They hold Jesus and God. They're more religious. So they try. I'm not saying they're perfect.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying.
But they don't hold idols as much as Democrats do.
But I was just thinking, if Trump gives you the nod, I know I haven't. That doesn't. I haven't done the research. Doesn't mean he's going to get it, because I know he's campaigned for other people, and that might have hurt him.
Well, they've already said he still has to primary.
Right, but there's Brian Fitzgerald and Dave. Is it Dave?
Riddick.
Richter,
Yeah.
They're running. So I
Yeah,
mean, it's going to fuck their whole thing up now because now you have too many people vying for the same.
I don't even know if I'm going to be in Jersey by that time. I'll probably move to Delaware, so I probably won't be able to. But if I
this year,
yeah, I got to get out of Jersey.
all right. Well, I'm only saying because it'll be this year.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But I'll register in Delaware.
Right. I got you.
And just vote. I'll turn Delaware.
You're out that soon, huh?
I hate this I hate Jersey. Yeah, but the only person I like over there, Vandrew. I don't know Vandrew, and he was a Democrat.
I mean, he was. I would say he was probably center left at one point.
Yeah,
but I mean, when you keep, and I understand
he's a blue dog Democrat,
right? But I mean, I also get that when your hands forced and something's wrong, you got to change.
And plus,
which I get that, but why didn't he do it before?
You've got to vote party line,
right? Oh well, I think, and that's
why.
So then I want to give him the benefit of the doubt in a way because. They try to force his hand. He's like, no, fuck you, I'm out.
Yeah, and you're in the position where do I reward this?
But do you remember when Specter did the same fucking thing? Yeah, because Specter was basically supposed to be a Republican.
But I don't.
And he switched, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like politicians.
Right.
And I think the only person that's not kind of like I think David Richter, I think, is the only one that's kind of like, I don't know the other guy. What's the other guy's name?
Brian Fitzgerald.
I think
it's Fitzgerald. Yeah.
I think I know both. I don't know. I got to look into it before I can make a decision. So, well, I mean, what are those other guys' positions?
Brian's big on 2A.
Yeah.
I don't know. Gotta look.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know what I think Dave's a big Trump guy.
Yeah. Well, they both are. But I mean, again,
Yeah, you don't know if you're just trying to garner the vote. Yeah. What are their positions?
Right.
And
well, neither one of them I don't think have ever held office.
That's what I mean. What are their positions? See, this when you.
So that's the thing, are they pandering to get in?
The devil you know
right.
versus the devil you don't. That's What's your record? That's why I loved Ron Paul because you.
Yep, dude. 30 years, 40
years. You
same
knew
thing.
You
never
knew
changed.
He was a fucking
stood up there courageously and got fucking mocked and laughed at.
Yeah, he
was right.
Yeah, he was right.
He was correct.
Yeah. Well, MLK, the curve of justice is the ultimate end, and the universe just curves. It's just a slow curve.
You know what I never got? I don't want to make this a segment on the black community, but I know that's you go there all the time. If anybody,
we're still doing
yeah, I mean, we'll
debate.
go right back to the debate, but I mean, I just want to throw this in before I forgot. I mean, did anybody ever listen to Malcolm X or Martin Luther King?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, that's why.
That's all.
That's why I always tell. That's why I always say I'm just here to mock hypocrites. That's all. That's all I'm here. I'm just here to.
They were correct, also, but it's like they're doing totally opposite of what they all stood for.
They don't. The reason it would be real honest here. The reason why I'm so hard and I fucking ride black people so much is because out of everybody, they wag their finger and preach to everyone about shit that they themselves don't do. And that's why I ride them the most. Because they're the most disingenuous group of people in this country. They're also the most racist. And they give themselves a pass. They give racist people in their community a pass, but they'll sit there and wag their finger and preach to everybody else. And I hate, like I said, I hate fucking hypocrites. And they're the most hypocritical group of people in this fucking country. And that's as honest as I'm going to get about that.
It's your show, your rules.
My rules. All right, let's move on before I get 3 strikes.
3 strikes.
All right, so
the Democratic primary.
Biden's gonna get elected. Not elected. He's gonna get elected for the Democrat side, and then it's gonna be. I just can't wait for those debates.
Oh, I can't either.
The debates are over. The Democrat debates are over.
Are they? I don't know because I don't follow any. So it's done now.
Yeah, that was the final debate.
So when's the primary?
It starts in a couple of weeks.
That's what I'm wondering. So
the first one's in
the
Iowa,
primary?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it starts in a couple of weeks, and then it's I think 4 months
Okay.
3-4 months before the presidential election. And then, which is funny, speaking of the primary, if McConnell drags that out, that impeachment out, Warren's stuck, Bernie's stuck. The only free-range person out there
is Biden
and
Gabbard. Well, no,
Gabbard's stuck too. She's a senator.
Okay.
So the only people out there is...
Oh, that's right. She is a senator. She's running for... Okay, yeah. She holds elected position now. Yes,
so the only people out there is... There's 3 people. 4 people. Steyer, fanboy, Bernie fanboy, Biden, Buddy Gig, and Bloomberg. That's it. I don't count Andrew Yang. Dude, there's Andrew Yang for president.
No, there's not.
Right down the road.
Get out of here.
I was walking the kid to do Girl Scout cookies, and I saw the sign, and she was... We're walking. I was like, Andrew Yang. I fucking said it out loud. It was in my head, but accidentally came out my mouth. And the kid started walking up the driveway. I was like, nah, don't go up there. They're losers.
They don't have no money.
They don't have any money.
They ain't got no money.
They don't have any money.
Oh, man.
The guy's out there like weed whacking.
He's like, wait, come on, fuck you.
Nah. We know you don't. You're gonna give us like $4 and ask us if we have $1.
Right. He's gonna make his neighbor buy the cookies.
Yeah, he's gonna
hand them to him. Yeah.
Why don't you give me $5? He's gonna give me $5 to give himself $5.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one fucking Andrew Yang sign was over there. It was like, I got a Trump flag out front.
Well, what I don't get is when these fucking idiots still have these bumper stickers on their cars, like Hillary's done, take it off.
Yeah,
you know, you
get the razor and fucking you know what?
The old Obama sticker, old Bush Cheney sticker, like take them the fuck off your vehicles. What are you doing? Like it's
you know how hard it is to take out a bumper. I think you got to wet it.
Heat gun.
Yeah. I think you got hot water.
Well, they actually have sticker remover. Turtle Wax makes it because I had to de-letter a truck body one time. But it actually works really. No, you just spray it on there and let it sit.
Do you want to go through all that though? It's just like
I would say
if it's an older
if you had
car,
a power washer, it would power wash right off.
Yeah, but most of those, if you ever see those stickers on those cars, most of the time the car's all shit anyway.
Well, it's just true. Yeah, it's not your brand new vehicle.
Yeah, they're not taking care of the car. They're not gonna. They don't give a fuck about. They don't give a fuck about it. Plus, I would never put a sticker on a fucking brand new car.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, no. I would never on a used.
Do you have any tattoos?
Yeah,
you do. Okay.
Yeah. Were you gonna do that? Would you put a?
That's why I don't have any. You wouldn't put a tattoo. You wouldn't put a fucking bumper sticker on a Ferrari.
Yeah, young, dumb, and drunk. That's when I wanted to fight people over political opinions.
No, I get it. No, I mean I never got one because my mind changes so much. I'd love it today, and then tomorrow I'd be like, why the fuck did I get that?
Yeah, same thing. I got every single tattoo I've gotten.
I like Snoopy. It's my favorite car. I mean, if I had a kid one day, maybe I'd get one like on the calf with the kid's name on it or something. But I mean, other than that, no.
Every single tattoo I've gotten, I think is stupid.
Gotcha.
So
I'm gonna shout to my brother. My brother, right? So he was the only one out of my siblings that got one.
Yeah.
And he had this thing on his back. It was our last name, Rode, RODE.
Yeah.
But it looked like a fern or like a bush. It was so bad it looked like a hedge. And I was like, what the fuck is that on your back? He was like, oh, it's our name. But it was like a greenish, bluish, like a greenish blue and black. You almost couldn't even make it out, and then you got it covered over. But I mean, I broke his balls like relentlessly. Like, yeah, what's that say? Fern on your back? Fuck that. What is that? It was so bad.
Fern.
It was the coolest.
Was it in Old English?
No, it was just he drew it because my brother he used to draw, but just like it was not like block letter, but the way he did it, it was and like it kind of had like a stuff around it, like a borderish.
Right.
Like, it just wasn't.
What'd you do?
It wasn't really thought out. He should have like maybe like henna tattooed on or something.
You should really like bust it. What'd you do? Did your kid draw that in school? You didn't get a tattoo of it.
Yeah, he had it. Well, he covered it. I think he had it filled or covered by something else now, but it was bad. So I said, like, I'd have to totally be in love with something to have it permanently tattooed on me to look at it every fucking day.
Right.
I had to get a knife and cut my fucking skin off because I wouldn't want to look at it.
So Trump finalized the China deal.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I haven't.
Well, the first step of the China deal, and the USMCA passed.
It did pass.
Passed the Senate, so all Trump has to do is pass the Senate with a fucking landslide.
Okay.
It was like 80.
What was the MCA
like
deal? What was? Explain that to me, because I didn't follow that. What was the whole
USMCA deal?
Yeah.
It's just NAFTA,
Just
but
a
better.
trade deal?
It's just a better that NAFTA just completely fucking gutted us. So Trump just fucking tore it up. Was like, we're not doing that anymore. We're gonna do something that benefits us, or at least benefits both sides evenly. Now, what NAFTA
Yeah, it was United States, Mexico, and Canada.
What NAFTA did was allow manufacturing companies to go to Canada and Mexico without penalty or tariff or anything like that.
Okay.
So they closed up shop in the US.
I did know that about NAFTA, but I didn't know what the MCA deal was.
USMCA pretty much said no. You're not. If you leave the country, if you're an American company, manufacturing company, you leave the country, you're going to get penalized. We're not doing that anymore.
It makes sense.
You either build here or not. If you want to open up another company, if you want to open up another factory over there, you can open up another factory over there. That's fine. But you're not closing one over here to open one over there. That's not going to happen. If you're gonna close up, you're not opening up somewhere else and then fucking selling us our shit while you're making money off. That's not going to happen anymore. But what's what happened? Companies would shut a factory and open up a factory in Mexico, and then sell us back the shit. That's not. Trump was like, no, that's not happening anymore. If you open a factory there, you gotta open up one here. So. And plus other goods and tariffs that he eliminated and shit like that they were, overcharging.
It's crazy when you hear people talk about, I know the stock market's doing good, but they're like, oh, the tariffs and this and that. And it's like, people don't get, things should be made here. The only reason things are cheap is because that was it. They with the politicians and the fucking policies, they let everybody go over there. So you can't, in one way, you can't blame a business or a company going over there trying to make money. Yeah. I get it from a business standpoint, but if it wasn't for the politicians, it was never let them go the fuck over there in the first place and cheap everything out anyway.
It was a neocon, neoliberal globalism idea that if we sacrifice a little here to build someplace else up, it's better off for the world.
Yeah, but it's sacrificed everything.
Yeah, but what it has done, it's liberal policies that go too far because they don't know when to stop. And what it did was hollow out the middle of the country. And people have been trying to correct it since Bush. They thought Bush was going to correct it, but they found out he was a neocon. Then Obama swept up the country and the world with this hope and change. We're going to do things different, and he did everything the same. And after Bush and Obama, everybody just had enough of it. They were like, "Fuck all these politicians. We're going to vote for the orange man." And that's how you got Trump. Was decades of garbage since Reagan, toward the end of Reagan, that's when it started. All that shit started when they started having this idea, this globalistic idea that we're going to pump up other countries by sacrificing us a little. I think that's no fault of Reagan.
You believe there's a ceiling now? I always wonder. Is there a ceiling
of what?
Because, he jokes about winning. You ever get tired of winning? There's going to get to a point where there's a ceiling or a plateau.
No.
You don't think?
The economy.
There's only going to be so much.
You think the economy is booming now? Wait until all those trade deals start getting into effect. You're looking at a 35,000 fucking Dow Jones. It's skyrocketed after Trump cut all those regulations.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could go back just a couple years, know what you know now?
Boy, I wish I knew now. No. Yes. No.
I'm just saying I was in a position
no and
at
yes,
one point.
Because then you there's a paradox then. Because you're not who you are now without going through what you went through.
True.
So if you go back and change shit,
well, I'm not saying it's just
you start a paradox.
No, it's true. But I'm saying at one point I was in a position to probably dump 35,000 into Facebook. I wish I would have bought Facebook stock.
Oh, you would have been. You definitely wouldn't have been here.
No, I'd be here. Why not? I'd still have the same. I'd have the same views. Listen, even
gold
no,
chains.
never. On my
Two bitches on the side.
on my ride over
I
here.
would be the same person.
No,
I would.
money would never change me. I've done. Listen, for being 38, I've done okay.
Yeah.
I've never flashed it. It was never my thing. I've made some money.
It's the culture
in my time. Well, you know what's weird? Like music always kept me grounded. I love music.
Yeah.
Like so, like I'm driving over here listening to my iPod, and you'll hear that one song takes you back. Like music for me is a gateway to the past,
Right.
and I just feel like music's always kept me grounded. Because like I listen to something or something comes on, takes me right back to the same time, reminds you who you were or who what you went through, or that it's just one of them things. Like music always keeps me grounded. And I don't think there'd be any amount of money that would change me because I'm not going to change my personality or who I am.
You've already grown up through past. You've already gone through it. So.
Yeah. So it's just one of them things where
I
I'm not
would
saying
say,
like if I was 18 years old out of high school and was in a position to do that, that would have changed my life.
Completely changed.
But I'm saying a few years ago, I was already through shit and it would have changed me.
You've already.
But I'm thinking even like Uber, like Uber just really kind of blew up in the last 5 years.
Or Netflix.
Any of them. Like if you would have dumped some money into that or, I know it's a risk, but like at that point I'm thinking, well, Facebook isn't going to go away.
The great thing about getting older and the great thing about the economy is there's always going to be an Uber. There's always going to be a Netflix. There's always going to be a Facebook. There's going to be a company. There's going to be several companies. There's going to be a boom or bust that's going to come along that you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to take it this time. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm hoping. But I mean, when like the .com era, you would have never thought like this or that because the internet wasn't like really big.
Yeah,
like, I remember,
and that
like,
busted too.
Right. Well, I mean, I remember
a lot
like,
of companies busted.
Well, I'm saying the early 2000s.
Right.
Like my uncle at one point, my dad's brother owned a limousine service.
Yeah.
So I remember he had a construction business. I worked for him, but we would meet at the limousine office every day. That's where we'd start our day because he had storage there for the construction company.
Yeah.
So I just remember every morning I'd get there at 7 a.m. before we'd leave, load up, whatnot. But he always had a fax machine, and there'd be stock tips that would come over like via fax. Back then, you would get like phony things, like people would send faxes.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even have thought about online dating back then, because that was before it like blew up. Now, I mean, I met my wife online.
Right.
Nobody would ever thought online dating. But I mean, could you imagine if you invested in fucking Match back then when it was like a penny stock or, anything? You got Match, like you said, or Uber, Lyft, Facebook. Yeah. I mean, Google was still big, Google was still expensive, but I'm saying a lot of these things like Facebook, I could have bought at $20-something a share.
Like I said, that's
even if it went up, I mean,
there's going to be companies,
right?
So I would suggest to you, since you learn from your mistakes, since you know that, you keep an eye out for any upcoming businesses.
But I mean, who would have thought? Like, who would have thought about Uber?
It was Uber.
I mean, who would have thought? You'd be like, but think about it.
But a lot of times those companies are private, and then they go on the stock market,
right?
And then they get
Facebook was too. I remember when Facebook went public. I think the IPO was 70. Yeah, it was overvalued at the time.
That's what I mean. You're saying what? And then what if I would have invested when it was a penny? Well, you couldn't have. You probably couldn't have because it was a private. It was a private.
Well, but I'm saying Facebook. See, I wouldn't have bought it when it went public.
Yeah.
It was when it dropped to $30 a share.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking, it's tank, and then then it's stabilized, and then you don't watch it, you don't care. But now it's, what's it, $100-something a share?
Also with like Bitcoin, all that shit.
Right.
When you should have gotten the Bitcoin, because now that's gone up like 30,000% since it started. That one you could have actually bought into, the Bitcoin.
I mean, but for how much, do you know?
What?
Do you see a digital currency down the road?
Yeah, I can see it. This is the thing.
I just worry because then there's no physical, not that there's value, but anything like right now.
There's no value in Bitcoin either. There's no value in anything.
But it's created value, and that's what I understand. How it would I get it in gist, but I don't know how it would work because how easily could it then be manipulated or hacked? Like if you have money. The money's protected. Like we'll just say you got $10,000 in the bank. That's protected up to $250,000.
Not if it all crashes. It's not protected.
Well, I'm not saying like a stock investment. I'm saying if you had your own money,
right,
Not in a stock. If you just had like $10,000
paper in your hand.
Paper, and even in the bank account, it's still federally insured up to $250,000.
Not if it all crashes. If it all crashes, the bank's not going to be able to cover anything. Well, the whole thing collapses.
Well, we're talking doomsday stuff. But I'm saying just saying like right now. But at least like a cryptocurrency, if somebody went and hacked the damn bank, it's still federally protected. Like or say,
they don't really hack. There's not a central. See, this is the thing with Bitcoin. It's not centrally located.
But then who controls it? That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know.
The people who own it control it.
That's what I mean. Who owns it?
Whoever has Bitcoin.
I'm not following. I don't want to sound like an idiot, but I'm not following.
You have 50 Bitcoins. I have 50 Bitcoins.
So we own it.
We control it.
Okay.
If I want to break off a little bit of my Bitcoins and give it to people, I break it off and give it to people. Now they own their Bitcoin. And they can do what they want with their Bitcoin.
Right, but what I don't understand is how is there any value to that is what I'm saying.
It's assumed. It's an assumed value. The only thing with the only thing good with the Bitcoin is there's a set amount that you can do with it. That you can
especially right now.
There's a set amount. No, there's a set amount. Now, I don't mean
well, I'm saying monetarily. I mean, that's only something that people.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
There's a set limit of how many times you can divide it.
Okay. Again, this is all new to me, so I'm not really following.
Okay. With printed money, you can fucking print it till the fuck cows come home.
Right.
With Bitcoin, you can only divide it so many times. You can only break off and give to so many people, so many times before it stops dividing.
Well, I see what you're saying, but how so? Because that's just created anyway, right? Or no? Like, because I don't understand how
it's numerically locked.
It is.
Yeah.
So I don't get how like people mine it, because they were saying like somebody said at one time they set a
piece here, a piece there.
They set a server up and it would mine it.
Yeah.
How the fuck? I mean, is this?
I don't know that either.
Okay.
But
again, I get what you're saying, but I still don't understand like how it's numerically locked. Like somebody couldn't go in and code and create more Bitcoin.
No, because there's no central location to hack it. In order for you to hack it, you would have to hack everybody who owns Bitcoin in every individual server they have.
So it's something that's stored in a server?
Yeah, you would have it in your server.
I got you. Okay.
So you can't hack. If you hacked one, it would be meaningless.
Okay.
Because you'd have to hack everybody's.
No, you're good. I was just checking. I haven't looked. I'm like, fuck. Well, hopefully it's still recording. I'm talking other.
You'd have to hack everybody, because everybody that owns Bitcoin controls their segment of that Bitcoin. It's not. It doesn't go to a central location to.
Well, so then how did people lose? Well, I guess they didn't lose money. So there is Bitcoin. Then there's so much Bitcoin out there, like gold. I guess we'll say.
Yeah, there's a fixed
number of Bitcoin out there.
Exactly.
That is a cryptocurrency that if people bought into it, now it's went up X amount of percent because I guess somebody figured out that there is only so much of it?
No, the reason why it goes up is because more people buy Bitcoin. Okay. So there's less of it. So it becomes rarer. Just like any commodity.
Okay.
The less of it is, and if it is important enough, it has a practical application, like gold. Right. Gold has a practical application.
Right, well, that's what I get.
It's not just shiny. It could also be used in semiconductors. It could be used to shield from radiation for satellites. It's a viable material that can be used practically in other things.
Right.
Because it's a material.
Right, well, that's what I didn't understand about the whole Bitcoin thing.
It's a material that doesn't tarnish.
About it. But you're right. I mean, it's a shame, fuck, you could have probably bought $100 in Bitcoin.
Yeah, you'd be
a
billionaire.
Right. Which is crazy.
100 million. Yeah.
Really, that much? That's what it was worth? That's what it started out?
It's gone up. It's gone up like 30,000% from its original base.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
So that's what I'm saying. What did it start out at? At what point could you have initially bought into it at? Like pennies?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like
really?
Pennies. You get like probably $5 for 100 of them. Yeah.
And when was that?
90? I'm trying to think. Whenever I picture where I was at.
Right.
So So I worked for Verizon.
That's normally me too.
Back to this. I was doing this. I was doing that. I'm trying to think.
The 2000s.
Yeah, 2000s, like middle to late 2000s, right before Obama, probably.
No shit.
2007, 2006, somewhere around there.
Damn, could you imagine $100 investment?
Bringing me down.
It is. I know. I'm ready to fucking. I mean, I'm not.
I was all excited and pumped.
I know. Sorry.
When I first started this.
Me too. I'm not a downer, but now I'm ready to go eat a golf.
Now this is like the last half of this is. You know how much
$100 could change a lot of.
You know how much of a loser you are right now. You're such a loser.
Suck at breathing.
All the bad decisions you made in life. You loser.
Fuck.
I could be banging Thai girls right now.
You know? Stop. They're not even Thai girls, are they? Aren't they most of them all Thai boys?
I don't know. Either way, I'm rich. Can't judge me. What are you going to do? Mock me? I'll buy your house.
Exactly. Leave you on the fucking
I'll
street.
buy your
and
life.
Sell you. That's it.
I'll whore out your mother.
That would be the real fucking buy and sell. When people says I can buy and sell you, that would be buying and selling.
Yeah, you can't mock rich people. They would just buy. They would buy your mother and whore her out.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was like that much money. I knew nothing about it. I don't understand it, but I had no clue.
We got off topic.
Sorry, Bitcoin. That was a Jimmy J segment.
That was for you, Jimmy. Naruto.
So what the fuck are we talking about? Stocks.
Yeah.
The economy.
The economy.
NAFTA.
The NAFTA.
And the
Brexit's going
USMCA.
to be finalized at the end of the month.
Okay.
And after they're done, they're gonna immediately, Trump and Boris Johnson.
You're talking about the European Donald Trump?
Yeah, the European Donald Trump.
He looks like him too. I love it. He's got better hair.
Yeah.
Did you see? I haven't been on. You saw where he brought the motherfuckers tea?
Yeah. Outside his house. That's a fun classic.
Ask some questions. You want some tea?
He's like a more tactical Trump. Where Trump is just like a boulder, just a big boulder, just smashes through it, and you're going to accept him, or you're going to get run over. Where he is more tactical, where he's like, I'm going to do this, just to do this. You know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying Trump isn't tactical.
Yeah.
But he's more of he's a bull that you're going to accept him, or he's going to run you the fuck over.
Right.
And Johnson is like, more, I'm going to fuck up my hair like this just to be outrageous, just to get off of the topic, just to distract you from this. But as soon as they end Brexit, which is going to be, I think, January 31st, is final. England's out. He's going to turn around and agree to a trade deal with America, with the United States, which is great. Which is another trade deal. So that's what I'm saying. You think the only reason the economy is skyrocketing now is because he cut tariffs and he cut taxes and regulations, and that really freed up small business and big business to have more free range to be adaptable in the economy, in the marketplace. That's why the economy fucking shot straight up. They no longer had to deal with 50, 60 years of fucking built up regulations.
Did you see the meme? I don't know how old it is. I just saw it. Amiri King posted it. That's how I know it probably went viral. There was some dude who, when Trump got elected.
Oh, Amiri, okay.
When Trump got elected, there was some guy who said, I just cashed in my kids' savings, the student savings
accounts. Yeah, because the economy was going to be fucked.
And it was doubled. And they're like, yeah, be like this guy.
Don't be like this guy, this idiot. Mm-hmm. That's the same with what's the guy, the Nobel fucking economist who just got caught with child porn. Paul Krugman. Paul Krugman, who was the advisor under Obama, the economic advisor under Obama.
Oh shit, was he the one? Is that what I just saw? Because I was just telling somebody about something.
Where he
was he the one who it was on his computer?
Yeah.
And then there was somebody who said, right, that then he tried saying that he got hacked, and then there was somebody who was investigating it said 100% of the time when somebody says it was a virus or it was hacked, it shows that it wasn't.
Yeah, he deleted the tweet.
Right, what was his fucking name?
Paul Krugman. Nobel Prize winning economic advisor of Obama, who was an idiot. He was the one. I think he was under Bush also. He was Bush and Obama, where he just kept the quantitative easing, just keep pumping paper money into the economy, just a fake buildup of the economy to make it look good.
This guy's got nerve. So he tweeted about the New York Times. Says, I wrote yesterday about how America mistreats its children, including serving them unhealthy school lunches right on cue.
What the fuck does
America mistreats children, but you're watching them get fucked.
Yeah,
I mean, fucking liberal logic.
Liberal logic.
God.
So he was the one that predicted. He went on all the MSMs except for Fox, because the Fox would probably just call him out. But he went on all the MSMs, and before Trump was elected, and he prophesized the economy's going to crash. It's going to be World War III. The stock market's going to crash. You're going to see unprecedented debt, unprecedented this, unprecedented that, and none of it happened. Just the usual fear mongering. My classic. The broad. What's it called? The fucking.
Well, look, so I Googled Paul Krugerman, child porn, and the first thing in Google ad says, warning, child pornography is illegal. Report child abuse, google.com. The Hill. My computer was hacked to download. Wow, man. January 9th. That's what I thought, because there was somebody who I don't do Twitter, but
he's
I guess,
a hack too, that guy, Paul Krugman. I don't know how the fuck he got it. He got... this is what I'm saying. This is why I always say the Nobel Peace Prize is fucking meaningless.
It is. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It is. I think it's always been a joke. Well, right. At one point, it was great, but
yeah, there was a period where it was sensible and reasonable, and now it's a political stunt now. A political fucking.
Watch now. I'm on a Google list because I Googled it and it shows the last thing was him. It doesn't show that after it.
Yeah, he's an idiot. That guy's an idiot. He's an economic. I don't know how he's an economic moron. He doesn't know anything about economics.
Fucking people are garbage, man.
He's like AOC went to business. They studied business. She graduated college studying business.
What about Omar? Is it Omar?
She's getting
the Somalian. She's being investigated right now by I think the FBI and ICE. I think.
Yes. Oh yeah. For
treason?
No. For
she's not treasonous enough yet, or
student loan fraud, and other things. But I think the main thing is she married a guy to get that guy to get student loan benefits.
Wasn't that her brother?
I don't know. I forget. But
so there was something that says she married her brother.
So for him to get into the country. I don't know if that's
true or not.
Well, if it's associated with what I'm saying. But she married a guy for him so he can get school benefits. While she was married to him, she was also living with her ex-husband. So, and as soon as that person finished the school thing, they divorced. And she is still living with her. Well, she was living with her ex-husband. Now she left him for her campaign manager, who's a liberal white guy. And they've been caught at Antifa rallies.
I think I did see that because it looked like they were masked, but you could see the eyes.
Yeah, you see the eyes in the hubbub. Well, he had the mask off at a brief second. They captured his face, and it was him, and she was next to him, and he covered his face back up.
Unbelievable.
Losers. All right, now let's finish off with got an hour and 43. So for the last 15 minutes, let's finish off with the Virginia.
Okay.
The gun control thing. So, as you know, Ralph Blackface Northam has declared a state of emergency over militia groups.
But did he still? Because wasn't that nullified?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going off what the last thing I heard. I would have researched it, but I was in
Because then it was
I was
saying
in a
that,
furious Facebook
I got
fight,
you.
which is probably still going. It's still going on.
I can't wait to read all the
I
comments.
can't wait
I'm like, yeah.
because I haven't seen it. Like I've been doing this.
They think they got you right now. You know that.
Yeah,
right? They're
right.
like, yeah, we
Where
shut
you-
him the fuck up.
Where are you at, white boy? Fucking running scared.
We shut him right the fuck up.
Where you at, white boy?
They're all offering to fight you. They're like, yo, this address, this is where the backyard brawl is going to be today.
Royal Rumble. So a protest has been announced to go up there from the counties. A pro 2A protest, and they have Ralph Northam, as far as I remember from the last thing I heard, has called for a state of emergency for militias coming up to attack the Capitol. Now they have since they've started sectioning off sections to corral people to go into the protest.
Well, I kind of seen some of that because it looked like they had like rent a fence put up.
Rent a fence, and you're going to get patted down before you can go in there to protest.
Into the Capitol or into this gated area
Probably
or this whatever.
the quarantine area,
Okay.
because nothing says freedom and the right to assemble than being patted down and quarantined and corralled to a certain segment of the place. Anyway, so now the West Virginia has passed resolution. I think passed a resolution or something that said they'll accept any county that wants to secede from Virginia.
Really?
yeah. And surprisingly, Antifa has
Supposedly they were joining with the
they're
NRA.
joining with the NRA,
Yes.
which was surprising. Which is a fucking
Which I just always wonder, is that like a Trojan horse?
no. I think there's a section of the Antifa that believe in the 2A. Because they're all about minorities. They took the weapons from minorities.
Well,
all
you saw
shit.
that, I'm guessing, because of Maj. That's how I saw it.
No, I saw this different from a different
Okay,
thing.
because he posted that up.
I probably
Maj
saw it
did.
from him and other places.
Okay.
I saw him on Candace O. Great interview.
Yeah,
with-
yeah. I like what he's doing. He's doing good stuff.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
He's a libertarian, great libertarian man. Great American.
Shame he couldn't have got in.
And he's black. But he tells the fucking truth. He knows he knows. He knows what's up. He fucking sees it. Supposedly Antifa. Now I'm assuming that Northam or whatever, Governor Blackface. I'm just gonna call him Governor Blackface. Captain Hypocrite. He's gonna I think the liberals were counting on Antifa to go there
and back them.
and be
Like, as their security, basically?
no, not back them, but be the antagonist that they can't be, because they can't present themselves
Right,
as
yes.
an antagonism. So I think they were hoping for a proxy to antagonize.
But see, that's what I worry about. Like, I see what you're saying, but what I worry about is, like, so I saw that Maj posted that.
yeah,
I mean, in gist, it sounds good, but I just always wonder, is that, like, the wolf in sheep's clothing? Like, is there going to be one of the one crazy that's there? Just like, remember the Charlottesville thing?
I think-
They have one fucking idiot paints the whole fucking class of people as bad when it's one white supremacist.
I think it's going to be both. I
Right.
think there's going to be a segment of Antifa
Because I do worry about that. I saw it. I'm like, it's good, but I'm like, I could see some bad happening here too.
I think it's going to be both. I think it's going to be.
And then I worry that if it is bad, then they're all gonna. Everybody who's there, it's gonna label all the good people as bad because of one
Right.
fucking idiot. And that's what I'm worried about.
That's what you're worried about. I'm worried about.
Well, no, I mean I'm worried about
an actual insurrection, civil war, Lexington Concord, shot heard around the world. There's fucking memes.
Trust me,
of someone with there's memes of fucking Rattler fucking fireworks and a post goes, I'm gonna light this. I'm gonna light the 2A up.
Well, I could see it.
joke on these
I
motherfuckers.
could see it being one idiot doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny, but it's not until people die.
It's all fun and games until somebody dies.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I
be.
mean, I get it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm back and forth with it.
It's gonna
'Cause
be-
I think we need it in a way.
Right.
but we don't need it.
It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be a faction of Antifa that's going to join the 2A movement because they believe in that stuff, and there's going to be a faction that didn't see the posts, that only saw one group of posts. You know, they're isolated, insulated into their own bubble, and they're just going to see that conservatives are coming up with guns to fucking attack the Capitol, and they didn't see the post where Antifa section is going. So there's going to be a segment. There's always a segment of they're so ignorant and so in their bubble that they don't even know what their own group is doing.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I worry about that because that's even like the fake conservatives or the fake. What I hate more than a liberal is a conservative that acts like a liberal.
Yeah,
that I fucking hate.
You mean a rhino or a neo?
Is that what you would call? Or one of the. So I'm a responsible gun owner. Right. Okay, I will walk a mile than to get in a fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if I'm in one, I'm not backing down an inch. But I'm gonna avoid one at all costs.
Yeah.
But what I hate is I shoot. I like guns. I have guns. I would never ever get mad at somebody and say, I would never talk crazy because that's not unresponsible. I would never take a life unless it was justified. Unless if it was my life on the line.
Yeah.
But what I hate is when fucking people are gun people, or they're pro 2A, but then they talk crazy. Oh, I wish I could just fucking shoot this person or that person. Like that's crazy talk. I can't stand when people talk like that.
It's also it's childish.
Well, it is. I've heard adults talk like that. I've heard one man told me, and this guy, he wasn't conservative. His wife, they're liberals. And she said about Trump, like, oh my God, thank God my wife doesn't have a gun because she'd be the one. I'm like, who the fuck talks like that? Like, I never hated Obama or Bush to where I'd say, I'd fucking, you know what I mean? Like, who talks like that? That's just crazy talk.
I don't see a resolution out of this Virginia thing, though.
I don't know.
Because the state.
But see, I don't think.
Because the sheriffs have already, and the counties have already said, we're not enforcing this.
No,
so
but I also don't.
The state is going to have to enforce it.
But I don't think the military is going to neither, because anybody who's in the guard or something, they're not going to come and after they swore on that oath and took that oath, they're not going to then turn around and start fucking shooting American citizens.
Well, cops fucking swear an oath too, and they violate the Constitution every day.
True.
I don't think you can find enough knuckleheads.
Well, there's some people on a power trip that would just love to just shoot people shoot people because they're fucked up.
Yeah, there are always enough knuckleheads, always.
But I just think
Trump actually tweeted out in solidarity with the 2A Virginia guys. He just tweeted out.
The only thing
that's what happened. He goes, that's what happens when you vote Democrat.
The only thing I'm concerned about with Trump. Now you know me, dude. I'm a Trump guy through and through. But I don't know if it's because and I know he can't get he's still getting shit done, but like that's not one of the big things that he needs to do because he might be getting pushed back. But I'm hoping in his second term he does something with national reciprocity because he needs to stop fucking around and get that done because a lot of people wanted that and he got elected by that.
He needs Congress. He needs a bill in the House. You're not going to get a bill in the House while the Dems.
Well, see,
the Dems will never move.
Right, but I think we talked about this before now because I don't. Again, I know how it's written and all, but is there so long before a bill dies?
Before it goes in the Senate, I think every time the Congress changes, they have to put the bills back because
what I'm saying is, do you remember? So there was a bill that passed the House,
right,
when the Republicans had the House.
Right.
But we didn't have the Senate. We just got the Senate in 18.
We've had this conversation, and I don't really know.
Right. Well, that's why I'm not sure.
If I was one of the founding fathers.
Because I would say that got tabled then in the Senate, so is it there to then be voted on? Because we have the Senate now.
I don't think it is. I think as soon as
that's why I didn't know if it died.
As soon as an election turns over, I think all the bills go back.
Okay. Because people keep posting that thing, and I'm like, this was an article from fucking 2015. Stop sharing this.
Yeah.
Like nothing's fucking happened. It went through the House and it died in the Senate.
Because I would put myself in like the founding fathers position, and they were all about dissolution of power. So they would have been like, well, what if a bill goes through and it's held? And like, well, then it's got to die. It's got to die if another House gets elected. You know what I mean? If I was a founding fathers, that would be my way of thinking it. You can't have a house.
Yeah, you couldn't just have it sit there in limbo and then wait until somebody gets in, because then you can pass anything you want.
You can pass anything you want and just let it sit until the right people come in.
I just didn't know if there was a statute of limitations where maybe it ended or died. Like you might have sat there in limbo for X amount, and then it was like, okay,
I'm not sure, but I'm putting myself in the position of the founding fathers when they wrote the Constitution, as how they would have seen that. I'm not sure if they would have.
See, I don't know, because then you have the other loonies.
Right.
Well, getting back to that, everybody's like, "Oh, I'm going to Virginia and this and that." I'm like, "I'm not going to Virginia.
I'm not going
the fuck am I going to Virginia for?
I don't have a firearm
To go and stir." But even if so, for what, to go stir some shit up? I mean, I don't belong in Virginia with my firearm.
That's also a young man's game.
It is, but I'm saying even say we both have firearms.
Yeah.
I don't know how the laws work. Like we don't have, like our state, you're not allowed to walk around with an AR-15 or a handgun. You're allowed to own one, you're allowed to go to the range and use it, and you're allowed to use it around your property, but we just can't walk around with it on your hip. So I don't know how it would work there.
Us, we wouldn't, but
right. But I'm saying
you can always find enough knuckleheads,
right,
to do whatever you want.
But I mean, who's going to go there and be like, "Are you from Virginia? Where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from here."
20-year-olds,
right? You're not allowed.
18, 20, all the way up to 26. Though they would go and do that. Like I said, it's a young.
And they would wind up getting fucking slaughtered, probably.
I don't know.
Some of them.
I don't think they'll. If there was any conflict or anything, you're talking shooting behind barns, rocks. You're not talking about if there's a military that comes in. You're talking a lot of pot shots. It's like Vietnam style. You're guys walking through the woods or walking through a town, and all of a sudden ambush, and then disperse.
Yeah, true. I mean,
they wouldn't. I
think it depends, because your average guys that are gun guys that like guns and this and that, I don't know how much. I mean, because I know a lot of people that have guns. They don't train with them. They're not training once a week, once a month, a couple times a year. They have them. And their talking points or showpieces to come over and be like, "Hey, you want to see my cool AR-15?"
Yeah, but you're also talking from a perspective of being in people around in Jersey.
Yeah, but I live in Jersey and I shoot all the time.
We're not talking about people from West Virginia, Kentucky, because it's not going to be just people from Virginia. If something was to go down, actually go down,
Pennsylvania, and
you're talking a flood of thousands going in there. And
I'm saying if it did go down, yes. But I mean, just to go there on just because, or what if, no.
And that's just the initial, not over a long period of time where it just, it's the fog of war. The shit just starts building up to a point where you don't know which way you're looking. But
I don't know. I hope nothing happens. I really do.
I hope nothing. I hope there's a resolution, but
I don't know.
I don't see it.
I don't know what they're going to do, because then there was some tape that was leaked that I think was a bunch of Democrat. I think they were all Democrats. I don't think there was Republicans. They were all the lawmakers, and they were there trying to do kind of like a meeting or something that they were voting on certain things, and then that got leaked. Somebody published that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
One guy was falling asleep.
It might have been. I'm not sure. Anyway. It was kind of like a closed door thing that was whatever.
Yeah, that's the classic case of liberal elite metropolitans trying to impose on the entire state, just holding the entire state hostage. It happens everywhere. It happens in most of the Democrat states. Everybody in control lives in one spot. New York controls New York. Fucking Los Angeles.
That was it. I had it.
Los Angeles, San Francisco controls California.
The folks I was telling you I met today, that's what their brother said. He didn't understand. I mean, I'm not trying to generalize, but the sister understood, but then the brother, he said something about, I never understood how the popular vote didn't matter. I'm like, what do you mean? Doesn't, because it shouldn't. I said, the Electoral College. I said, why do you think they're trying to take the Electoral College away? Then you have California, New Jersey, and New York decide who runs the entire country. Not even the state, it's the cities. Yeah. You have Manhattan, you have L.A., and you have what, Newark or Trenton or whatever.
It's supposed to be a dissolution of power.
Right.
You're supposed to have give power to the lowest common denominator as possible in our system, and it has been gradually.
Yeah, and he didn't understand that. And he was like old enough to be our parents. And I'm like, what? How do you not understand how the electoral college works?
Yeah, he's an idiot. He's just an idiot. All right, let's wrap up with the Wildwood convention. I'm going. You going? Are you going to the Wildwood convention?
I am.
All right.
What do you mean am I going? I was the one you knew about it, and you're like, oh, I'm not sure. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking going. You're like, okay, let me get my tickets.
This is called a segue.
Yeah, whatever. No, I'm going. I know a lot of people that are going. I'm a little concerned that I'm going
to do interviews. I got a cameraman and everything.
Awesome.
So, and if there's protesters, I'm going to go.
I'm a little concerned on the weather that day because it is January. It's going to be the 28th, I think.
Yeah.
My sources are telling me that they're going to let people in probably around 3:00.
Really?
That's what I don't. That's not been confirmed, but I heard that they're going to start letting people in early, but they're not letting. I don't know if I'm getting mixed reports on overnight.
Right.
No chairs, no nothing
to
like
camp
that.
out for.
So I don't know. Are people going to camp? Because I want to go.
I think it holds 9,000 people.
I heard 7. So then there's another thing I don't know, but they gave out like 5 times what.
They gave out the tickets 5 times.
I heard they gave out like 30 or 40,000 tickets.
Holy shit! I'm not going to be able to go.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. It would be nice to go.
So,
but what are you going to do if you go there? And I know people that.
Do you want to meet at the Borgata in Atlantic City?
Absolutely,
because we're not going to be able to get in.
No. Well, how early can you get there?
I might have to take 2 days off.
Well, I have a friend who's in law enforcement. And he was giving me some info, so I don't know if he was talking to them or he knew.
Right.
He was initially who told me that he was we were going, whatever. So he said that they weren't letting you camp out and like how early, and I'm like, well, again, I don't know. I want to go, but I'm not gonna stay the night before. I'm not gonna camp out. You can't take a tent. You can't take a chair.
Right.
What are you gonna do? Like go out and buy a bunch of blankets and shit and lay out on the fucking sidewalk?
For the panhandle for
right. You bring some sandwiches. Or you gonna piss in a fucking bottle? What are you gonna do?
Wear Depends diapers.
Right. Exactly. So I don't know. As much as I want to, you would have thought that they would have did it almost on a first come first serve thing. You would have hoped.
It's probably that's what's going to happen. First come.
Like with the tickets. Just say if we were in the first 1,000 to get them, you would have thought we would have had like okay, number this through this, boom, you get in.
But you get
like there's 30,000 tickets given out, and you're 30,000 if you get there the night before. You get it. Fuck all that.
7,000
like Black Friday.
7,001.
Yeah.
Either way. I
want to go because I want to be part of it.
Yeah, I want to go and be part of it. But
I'm not going to wait if I can't. At what point
I'll wait in line.
out?
I'll wait in line and see what's happening. But if I don't get in,
yeah, I would bounce. I don't know.
I would bounce. I would stay for a little bit just for the atmosphere. I'm definitely going early. Just to do my interviews and stuff like that.
Okay.
To do
I plan on taking the day off. I'm all about it. I'm about it, man.
A little mock reporting. I'm going to go there and do a little mock reporting with my cameraman. But even if I didn't,
thanks for the fucking invite. Thanks for. I could have been the cameraman. That's cool.
You already going. You're going with your girl.
I don't know if she's going to take off.
See, this is.
Well, no, because she's well, no, she's.
She texted me.
I said when I texted, she said, "Who you going with?" I said, "My wife." You're like this bitch. Well, no, because I don't know if she. I
was just like, bitch.
Yeah, that was it. I don't know if she could take off.
I thought you'd get a kick out of it.
I did. I laughed. I pissed myself when you said that. That was great. But I don't know if she's going to take off. She can't just take the day off and say I'm going to a fucking Trump rally.
Just say she has, I don't know, woman stuff.
Who knows if anybody's going to see this? And she'll be like getting in trouble because she lied.
Nobody sees this. Was my mom going to call
You'd be
somebody?
surprised.
But yeah.
But I don't know.
Even if I don't get in, I just want to be down there for the atmosphere. I promised myself that I was going to go to one if it ever came close to around here.
If it was summertime or something,
yeah,
I'd fucking spend whatever. But as much as I love Trump, depending on the weather, it's gotten cold now, so it's fucking freezing out.
Maybe he'll hold one in Pennsylvania and Philly. Who knows?
Yeah,
he's going to still campaign all the way up to the election, so he's going to probably come back around. I don't know. I don't want to miss the opportunity.
No, I don't either.
I promised myself that if it was anywhere close to where I lived, I was going to go down. I was going to go. And I'm going to fulfill that promise. Even if I don't get inside, I get to chat with other people that are like-minded.
Oh, definitely, right.
And I get to interview knuckleheads who have no idea what the fuck's going on the other side, protesting.
Hopefully they're, well, think anybody will be there?
I seen on Facebook fucking
really?
people that argue with me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yay.
Trump's gonna be a Wildwood.
Nice. Okay.
If anybody wants to fucking go protest, Trump's gonna be a Wildwood. I'm like,
people need to get fucking lives, man. Wow. Let's take a day off of work to protest. Oh, well, they're probably ain't working anyway.
Or take a day off to go to a fucking rally.
Yeah.
Either way, it's Either way, it's the full.
Trump economy's doing good for me, so I mean, I'll take the day off.
It's doing great for me, man.
So I mean, I'm not bitching. I'll take the day off, but I mean, you're gonna go protest at work's good.
I'll make it good money. Just some idiot fucking was like, I always get in the argument with the idiots. Is the Trump guy's only working for the rich? I'm like, I always type in, I'm not rich,
right?
And I'm doing great in this economy. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's always some idiot. It's always like a college kid that don't have a real job, that's not in a trade.
What's it?
They have no idea. I got in an argument with somebody who was
it's bad because they got a fucking graphic design or a fucking graphic
useless fucking degree.
You could just go out and buy a MacBook or a Microsoft Surface and teach yourself how to fucking do it on your own instead of spend $40,000 on a degree that you can't even use.
I always tell them it's not the economy's fault. You made bad decisions.
Right.
You're making bad decisions. I say this too. If you're a loser in this economy, you are probably a loser in Obama's economy.
Yes. I mean, I did okay.
And you're going to be a fucking loser in the next person.
I mean,
because you're a fucking loser. That's what it is.
I did okay under Obama. But I mean, that was my work ethic and that was my product. So I mean, I didn't do terrible under Obama. But I'm definitely doing a lot better under Trump.
Oh, way better.
I mean, especially this time of year, things are normally dead. I mean, fucking.
They were laying off in Verizon. They were laying off during Obama.
Were they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they cut a whole section out of Obama. Yeah, we were struggling over there.
Which is crazy because Verizon's fucking a gazillion-dollar company too.
Yeah, but just because you're big doesn't mean
true.
You're not. You don't struggle. If you're big and the economy sucks, you gotta start cutting fat, a lot of fat to stay big or to stay prevalent. All right, we gotta let's wrap this up. All right, man. I guess I'll see you on the 28th. Do you want to meet up somewhere? Or
absolutely,
just when we get down there, I'll
figure it out. It just depends on how early you're going. And I mean, I'm going to probably go early.
Do you want to interview? You want to go around and do interviews?
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm all about it.
You want to be my security detail?
Whatever, bro.
You and your.
I mean, I can't be strapped and shit, but
just wear
just bring a water pistol.
Get dress up in a tux, not a tux, in a suit with an earpiece and glasses.
Could you imagine?
Yeah,
that would be great. Nice long fitted wool coat, looking like fucking Secret Service security detail and shit.
No, you know what you do? Get glasses and pretend you're Conner McGregor. You look like you would look like you have. You look
that
like
motherfucker's going to get his ass beat tonight. So fuck him.
I was going to ask you about him and Cowboy.
I hope Cowboy whoops his ass.
Okay, all right.
I was always a McGregor fan, but McGregor he just lost it, man. That dude's a fucking lunatic. I liked him in the beginning.
5 years ago.
Yeah, but he's still
in that fucking I'm crazy.
He's not. Yeah, which I don't think. I think it's an act. But I hope he gets his fucking ass whooped.
So you think after he threw the fucking chair at the bus, that's when it went down all downhill? All right, because we gotta edit.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'll be editing this till fucking the Trump rally.
Yeah, you will.
All right, seriously though, I'm gonna interview you as Conner McGregor. Can you do an Irish accent?
Not even a little bit.
Who the fuck is that? Try it. Just try it.
Fook.
Who the fuck is that?
I'll be like Fookin.
Who the fuck is that guy? I'm Conner McGregor.
No way in hell. You do a better one than me.
Well, I grew up on Lucky Charms.
Oh, this is true. I think we all did.
Yeah. All right. See ya. Bye.